agree with that, Ryan, because I don't think anybody thinks he can beat you. I mean, I just don't. I just don't. I mean, not, to me, he's 135, 140, but I don't. He's a damn good boxer, but I don't think he can beat. I just don't. I just don't.
He's going to struggle against Garcia, who is a massive puncher at welterweight with both left and right hooks, notably that left hook. It's a dangerous fight for him. I think it'll deliver all the way to the fight, but I'm afraid I think he'll get knocked out by Ryan Garcia.
The style clash favors Ryan Garcia because of his speed, because of his power from the outside. So definitely a tough fight for Conor Benn. Again, based off of Ryan's last fight, I would say 60-40. Ryan Garcia wins that fight, possibly.
As fight night approaches, Stephen A. Smith delivers a chilling warning to Conor Benn, but he's far from alone. One boxing expert after another believes Ryan Garcia is simply too dangerous for Benn.
Ryan's feet have never been on par with his hands. Ryan's got hand skills. And he's got speed and punching power. He is one of the specially talented fighters in boxing. So the standards for you, Ryan, are not the same as the standards for a normal fighter, because you are not a normal fighter. He's specially gifted.
Tim Bradley believes Ryan Garcia versus Conor Benn will not go the full distance, predicting that someone will eventually get stopped. He feels the fight carries too much power and explosiveness for it to end with a decision. Bradley also believes Garcia deserves to be the favorite, viewing him as the fighter with the advantage heading into the matchup.
I don't see this fight going the distance. I don't see this fight going the distance. Somebody's getting knocked out, period. Somebody is about to get knocked out. You know, and I believe that the favorite should be the favorite. And that's Ryan Garcia.
Promoter Oscar De La Hoya praised Conor Benn's confidence, character, and fighting style, but ultimately favored Ryan Garcia to win. He pointed to Garcia's speed, power, and renewed motivation as key advantages, while acknowledging Terence Crawford's support for Benn. De La Hoya believes Garcia's mindset makes him a dangerous opponent.
I love Conor Benn. I love the way he fought with a Eubanks.
Yeah, Eubanks.
I love the way he carries himself. He's a smart guy, you know. But obviously, I'm gonna go with my guy Ryan Garcia to go for the win.
Did you see Terence Crawford said he thinks Conor Benn's gonna win?
Yeah, he has his opinion. I mean, maybe he sees something that we don't, but being a fighter myself, I feel that Ryan Garcia has a lot of speed. Obviously, he has the power. He's more, man, I haven't heard Ryan Garcia speak this way. He's more motivated than ever. So it's gonna be quite interesting to see. There's definitely gonna be a lot of animosity, which makes it exciting. So
continuing the discussion, Chris Algieri favors Ryan Garcia, viewing his powerful left hook as the biggest threat in the fight. He believes one clean shot from Garcia could change the outcome, while questioning whether Conor Benn's defense is strong enough to avoid those attacks consistently. Algieri sees Garcia as the clear favorite heading into the matchup.
One thing Ryan always has that left hook. He couldn't land it on Rolly, but Benn is nowhere near. He's not a defensive guy. He doesn't have amateur pedigree to speak about. You know, and whether it doesn't necessarily mean like, oh, I always say, oh, one punch can change a fight, and that doesn't mean you get knocked out, but you get hurt and you get stunned, kind of like Ryan when he got stunned by Rollies. That one punch changed that entire fight. So Ryan does have that, and Benn has just not shown to have that same power at 147 anymore. So I don't know. Yeah, I certainly favor Ryan.
Sharing a similar view, Eddie Hearn expressed doubts about Conor Benn's chances against Ryan Garcia, believing Garcia's size, boxing ability, and punching power would give him a clear edge. Even so, Hearn praised Benn's fearless mentality, saying he would embrace the challenge and make the fight entertaining.
47's brutal for him now. He trains so hard, but I don't think he has power down there. I don't think he'll have the chin down there. And Ryan's a world-class fighter. I know he's had his defeats and sometimes he's had his off nights, but he's very sharp and he's a big puncher. But it'll be fun because Conor's got big balls. He'll have a right go. And,
Hearn also highlighted the difference in their star power outside the ring. He noted that Garcia has a much larger international profile, while Benn's popularity is mainly driven by his UK audience. Despite the commercial questions, Hearn still believed Garcia had the edge in the matchup.
In terms of that fight, I think it's a good fight. I don't think it's a big fight in America. I think it's a big fight in the UK. Obviously, Ryan's a big star in America. Conor's not. Ryan's a bigger star in the UK than Conor is in America, and Conor's a big star in the UK. So, yeah, I don't think it's a fight that's going to do massive numbers, but I like the fight. I think it's exciting. I think at 147, Ryan's a big fight. I don't think Conor should be fighting at 147. I think, I like him up at 160 or up towards that weight class, but I don't see a way he beats Ryan Garcia at 147.
Adding to that, Breadman Edwards favors Ryan Garcia, citing his elite amateur pedigree as a major advantage. He notes that many of Garcia's peers have praised his amateur accomplishments, believing that experience gives him the edge over Conor Benn.
I think that Ryan is going to look better than Conor Benn, because from everything I know about Ryan was the man in the amateurs. Even guys like Shakur and Devin, they kind of give Ryan his props for being a real good amateur fighter. A lot of the kids that are in his age bracket, kids that are 1 or 2 years within each other, they all say that Ryan was the real deal as an amateur.
Despite that, Breadman doesn't see it as a one-sided fight. He believes Benn's relentless pressure and physical style could create problems if he forces Garcia into a rough, uncomfortable battle. While Edwards still leans toward Garcia because of his superior talent and skill, he believes Benn has the tools to make the fight far more competitive than many expect.
I would kind of lean more towards Ryan because I think Ryan is the better, just natural talent. But if it starts close to the fight, because Ryan is skillful, but he's not like the most physically imposing guy. You could push him around a little bit. And Ben's a little bit ultra aggressive and a little bit forceful with his body, and he's fought at 160 pounds. So he can like maul Ryan and brawl him and stuff, and fight like a messy kind of fight and throw him off a little bit.
Richardson Hitchens believes both fighters possess the speed, power, and explosiveness to produce an entertaining fight. However, he suggests Garcia's repeated warnings are part of a psychological battle aimed at making Benn think twice before committing to his aggressive approach.
Fight. I think it's gonna be a great fight. I think that power, speed from both guys explosive, and Conor, he's just a guy that he's a fighter. He's very aggressive, very game, and Ryan is a kid that's been boxing forever, very super talented, but I think Ryan's gonna make him show he got that dog in him. Ryan talks to keep when a fighter starts saying, "Oh, you're gonna run into something," he's basically trying to put fear in Conor Benn, and Conor Benn just gotta ignore that and have Ryan, like, if somebody tell me I'm running into something, you gonna have to show me. Simple. You gonna have to make me. I'm not going. You telling me I ain't gonna make me. Oh shit. Let me think twice. That's what Ryan's trying to do at these press conferences. Conor got to go in there, keep his head straight, and do what he do.
Bernie Thawboxer backs Garcia to come out on top, arguing that his overall skill set and experience give him clear advantages heading into the matchup. While he remains unconvinced by Benn's recent performances, he believes Garcia has the tools to capitalize if he performs to his potential.
He's on the verge of respect now, and I think that's a better side to be on, is a side of respect. And I'm hoping that he sees that. So I think he's gonna beat Conor Benn. I'm not really a fan of Conor Benn. I don't think much of Conor Benn. I think he has the talent to beat Conor Benn. Conor Benn struggled with Pete Dobson. No disrespect to Pete Dobson, but Pete Dobson is a decent fighter. But I think Ryan Garcia has the attributes. He has the background. He has the experience.
As the debate continues, Chris Mannix believes Benn has a genuine chance but remains encouraged by Garcia's recent form. He views Garcia's last performance as evidence that his offensive game may be evolving beyond the weapons he's traditionally relied on. For Mannix, that added dimension could become an important factor if the fight unfolds at a high level.
I think Conor Benn can win this fight, but if we're just looking at recent history here, the fight against Barrios was probably the best I've ever seen Ryan Garcia. Not just because that left hook and that speed was still there, the right hand. We haven't seen the right hand from Ryan Garcia, and we saw Mario Barrios in the first round look like he didn't prepare 1 minute for that right hand. Didn't look like he was ready for it at all. If that right hand is the same kind of explosive weapon that the left hook is, Ryan's got a lot of tools.
Adding to the discussion, Abdullah Mason expects an exciting fight between Ryan Garcia and Conor Benn. While he believes Garcia benefits from his youth and physical advantages, he also feels Benn has an opportunity to prove himself on the big stage. Mason supports both fighters, but believes this matchup will reveal whether Benn can rise to the challenge against elite competition.
It's gonna be a great fight. It's gonna be a great fight. Conor, what's it called? Ryan, he definitely got the youth and strength and all that, but Conor gonna have to prove he gonna stay in there. You know, I'm supporting both fighters. You know, definitely. But Conor, he been showing love. So.
Sharing a similar view, Kell Brook believes Conor Benn has the talent and fighting ability to compete at a high level, although he would have preferred to see Benn gain more experience before taking on a challenge of this magnitude. Even so, Brook describes the matchup with Ryan Garcia as an exciting fight, praising Garcia's punching power and predicting it will be the toughest test of Benn's career.
Listen, I think Conor Benn's he's got it all on it. He can fight. You know, I would have liked him to have got a British title instead of just jumping. But you know, this he can fight. He's a pay-per-view fighter. I'm looking forward to this fight with Garcia and Conor. It's a very exciting fight, you know what I mean? It's very exciting. Ryan can whack. Oh yeah. He can whack big time. This is gonna be a real test, you know what I mean, for Conor, do you know what I mean?
Backing that viewpoint, Paulie Malignaggi believes Ryan Garcia is on a completely different level than Conor Benn. He argues that, regardless of the criticism surrounding Garcia, his performances when fully focused have consistently shown that he is a world-class fighter. For that reason, Malignaggi expects Garcia to be too skilled for Benn and sees the fight as a one-sided matchup.
It's a one-sided fight. I don't think Conor Benn is on that level. You call Ryan a YouTuber, call Ryan a streamer, call Ryan what you want. But when Ryan shows up focused, Ryan is still a world-class fighter, and that's for that reason he owns a world championship.
Looking at the matchup from a different angle, Regis Prograis highlights a potential weakness in Benn's style. He believes Benn's aggression and power can make him dangerous, but his attacks may become predictable at times. Prograis feels Garcia's timing and awareness could allow him to counter those openings if Benn does not add more variety to his approach.
Conor Benn has a lot of power, but I saw everything coming. That's the only thing. So if Conor Benn is seeing this, he had the highest punch in the league. You know, if you can test people one, if you think about speed, but like I say, he hits hard, but you can see it coming. If you load up, you can see it coming. So with Ryan Garcia, he has high experience. With somebody like that, you have to be a little more, just a little more, that's all.
Sergio Mora also favors Ryan Garcia, believing he has every advantage needed to win the fight. He points to Garcia's speed, power, reach, and overall athleticism as major differences between the two, while arguing that Conor Benn has struggled whenever he has faced opponents with those attributes. Mora also believes a more focused and mature Garcia will be an even tougher challenge, making him the clear favorite heading into the matchup.
I like Ryan Garcia. I just think Conor Benn is not big enough for 147. He wasn't even big enough for the catch weights. He wasn't knocking out people anymore. We've seen how he reacts with speed and power and length against Eubank Jr. He was able to do great, but ultimately he was at the end of the punches against an older fighter in Eubank. He's going to be dealing with a younger, faster, stronger champion now in Ryan Garcia. I think a more motivated, more mature, responsible fighter in Ryan Garcia.
Similarly, Spencer Oliver leans toward Ryan Garcia, believing he holds the natural advantages needed to win the fight. He feels Conor Benn has not looked as dangerous in recent performances, leading him to question whether Benn can match Garcia's firepower over the course of the contest.
And I think for Conor Benn, it may just lost a bit of that punch power and maybe even a bit of punch resistance at 147. That's why I lean towards Ryan Garcia, whose natural weight is 147.
Yeah, big.
Sharing a similar excitement for the matchup, Fernando Vargas expects Ryan Garcia versus Conor Benn to be a highly competitive fight. He believes both fighters possess strong boxing skills and the ability to make adjustments during the contest, turning it into a tactical battle rather than a simple exchange of power. Vargas sees the matchup as an intriguing clash and is eager to see how it unfolds.
Very interesting fight. It's a very interesting fight. You know, Conor, can box, and we know that also, Ryan can box and use his legs and his boxing ability. So it's gonna be a chess match. You know what I mean? And I look forward to seeing it.
However, Carl Froch gives Conor Benn little chance against Ryan Garcia, believing the gap between them is too wide. He questions Benn's resume, arguing that he has yet to prove himself against elite opposition or earn a victory that justifies such a high-profile challenge. Froch ultimately believes Garcia's superior skill and experience allow him to outclass Benn and control the fight.
Conor Benn against Ryan Garcia, I think Conor Benn gets absolutely splattered. I've got to be honest, I don't think he's got a chance. He's not there yet. And I've said it before and he gets the ump with me for saying it. But who's he beat? What's he done? Who's his biggest win?
Chris Eubank.
You can't say it's a big win. This guy finished Eubank years ago, and Eubank lost a couple of fights. He got battered by Liam Smith, and that's a level. It's like, what's Eubank done to warrant Conor Benn saying, I'm ready for world titles like this against this guy? I know he's just now become a new world champion, and it'd be a good fight, but for me, I just think Ryan Garcia.
Despite that prediction, Froch still understands why the matchup attracts attention. He believes Ryan Garcia versus Conor Benn is an exciting fight that fans would want to see, but he views it as a dangerous challenge for Benn at this stage of his career. Froch feels Benn would benefit from another high-level fight before stepping into the ring with someone as dangerous as Garcia.
I agree, it's a fight I'd want to see.
Yeah.
Conor Benn
I'd wanna
against
see the
Ryan Garcia, I
build-up.
want to see
Yeah.
it, but I just think it's a dangerous fight for Conor Benn, and I don't think he wants to be chucked in with a dangerous fight straight away. I think you need an interim fight at world level before you jump in with someone like Garcia.
Adding another perspective, George Groves believes Ryan Garcia versus Conor Benn is a bigger and more realistic opportunity compared to other potential matchups. He acknowledges that Garcia presents serious danger, but feels Benn has a better chance of making an impact in this fight. Groves praises Benn's exciting style and believes his recent experiences have helped him become a much better fighter.
It's a bigger fight than the Shakur fight.
Yeah, and more winnable.
And more winnable. So yeah, I mean, it's more dangerous in some ways, but it's more winnable in others. And I mean, that's a fight that I would be really excited for, to be honest. I'd really, because I think Conor Benn, whether like he's limited or unproven in certain ways, he's got an exciting style, and he's good to watch. He's fun to watch, and he's coming off a massive high. And he's a much better fighter now than he was a year ago, just through having those two camps, fights, the whole process against Eubank, performing on the highest stage, coming back from a loss to avenge it in a great way. And maybe it might be flattering because Chris Eubank was so finished, but yeah, I think the Garcia fight, I think it's a great fight.
Making the matchup a highly compelling contest. With opinions divided and predictions coming from every corner of the boxing world, the stage is set for a fascinating showdown. Will Ryan Garcia prove why so many experts believe he's on another level? Or can Conor Benn silence the doubters with the biggest win of his career? Share your prediction in the comments below, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more boxing updates.